Bring in the dashing pirate and state the charges.
My lord, he's accused of forgery.
It wasn't forgery! The king misspelled his own name!
Deflowering maidens.
I searched all of those maidens. There wasn't a flower on any of them.
And conspiring with the Duke to overthrow the crown.
It wasn't me! It was the bird!
To the dungeon.
No!
Gladly, my lord. Let's go.
Pirate,
Off to the dungeon.
call me. I'll come visit you.
I think he went himself.
Oh.
So, I wish to say, the dashing pirate is an unmuzzled, common-kissing footlicker. Thy diseased lips would make a better weapon than a poisoned dagger.
The dashing pirate is so dumb, he reached his hand into the mimic while its mouth was still open.
What's black and brown and looks good on a pirate? A Doberman!
Go away, pirate!
Have you all heard that laughter is the best medicine? You all could cure our patients with your faces! Oh my god. You just insulted the entire audience. I know, right? Do you think I could do them all at once? I don't think you're hydrated enough. I would like to say, I am glad that you all are here. Really? I would like to say that. Oh! You know what? These look like the kind of clueless people who would go to someone like you for a doctor. Hey! All right, lawn joke time. Bring it on. Why are lawn jokes so short? Subbernets can remember them. Working all day on the burn unit, and one thing is clear. If you can't say something nice about the people you're with, well, you might as well work here.
Oh, that dashing pirate, he is actually really handsome.
And intelligent.
And tall.
Wealthy.
Yes, well endowed.
Oh yeah. Wait, what are we doing?
I think we're having a
Lying contest?
Oh!
I wish for the dashing pirate here to know that your brain is a rotten lump of foul deformity. Any advice that spills from your lips would be the start of an infection.
The dashing pirate is filled with more mercury than the tuna fish.
Go away, pirate!
There's a special place for the dashing pirate, and it is not in heaven.
I thought ravens were attracted to shiny things. Why did it pick such a dull owner?
The next day, King Frederick was approached by a pickled merchant who walked up to the king and stupidly told old Fred, "Your Highness, my supply of pickled peanut butter has..." Tilly, get a hold of yourself. I'm so sorry. My supply of pickled peanut butter has run out. The farmers' crops of pickled peanut butter have withered. I have nothing to sell the people. But, like he had done the previous day, the king turned away the merchant. The day after that, the king was busy doing kingly duties, such as hacking and smuggling and lollygagging. When a disheveled-looking farmer pirated up to Fred and croaked, "King Frederick, the pickled peanut butter crops are dying. You have to do something." But once again, the king turned away a hungry subject. And so the bleary-eyed farmer returned to his barren farm. And that night, the king feasted. And he feasted the next night, and the night after that, all while his people starved. So, under the cover of 16 oak candles, a horde of hungry civilians armed with Svendel's left shoe, Gorilla's corn on the cob, and Spider sat to the palace and through means of Svendel's right shoe smashed the front gates. Hearing the commotion, the king woke up and in a hurry squashed out of bed, squiked down the stairs, squawked out the window, and away from the castle towards the nearby swamp. No longer welcome in his kingdom, Frederick wandered the swamp for weeks, maybe months. When I found him, he was already nearly dead. Poor old Fred sold his soul for, say it with me, one last taste of pickled pickled peanut butter. As my dear Una said, I am an imp, a fey imp, and I go around stealing souls from those who don't need them. And here's a little ditty about a lovely old baker, or so I thought. It goes a little something like this. Starting out, I was walking through a town when, much to my surprise, I found a little bakery that was music to my eyes. They had such lovely pastries and savory meat pies. I began to stuff my gob before I even knew the price. Florence's meat pies, Florence's meat pies. They were so delicious that I didn't see her lies. I soon came in each morning, I soon came in each night. I had to know the secret of Florence and her pies. They would not let me back there. She said she had a guest. She said her sous chef Arnold was trying to get some rest. Florence's meat pies, Florence's meat pies. They were so delicious that I didn't see her lies. You, my darling, would make a lousy puppet.
Go away, pirate!
Well, you see, we were talking to Grace O'Malley.
Aye.
And she said she went out with you for an evening. She was expecting a man of war, but all she got was a little dinghy.
He's awful. He tastes awful. And I don't like him in my room. He needs to go. He's running off my children that I want to put in the pot.
This was a time for the children playing on numbers in the magic play. Their rooms were filled with joyful play until they went away. Soon may the fairies all come to spread their magic and playful fun. Soon may the fairies all come, so take your leave and joy. We search for them both high and low, through the great to the land and long, across the rainbow river into the woods, oh where those children go. Soon may the fairies all come to spread their magic and playful fun. Soon may the fairies all come, so take your leave and joy. Now we're here in the mortal realm where the humans join with us fairies, with us both high and low until our children are found. Soon may the fairies all come to spread their magic and playful fun. Soon may the fairies all come, so take your leave and joy.
I don't feel like you pollinate very often.
Vikings gathered in their hall, heroes all in war delighting. When my Grendel came to call, he was met with mighty fighting. One among them took his arm, ripped it off for good, chased him to our ocean home and killed him where he stood. Son of mine, you've been a disappointment since your birth. Now I've got to bury you in this cold northern earth. I know you would be sorry if you weren't so very dead, but you never listened to a word I said. When I found my wine was spiked, it was far too late to aid him. Though there wasn't much I liked, I was often glad I made him. So I must avenge him now. What's a mom to do? If he was yours anyhow, I know that you would too. Son of mine, you've been a disappointment since your birth. Now I've got to bury you in this cold northern earth. I know you would be sorry if you weren't so very dead, but you never listened to a word I said. No, you never listened to a word I said. You make it extremely difficult to underestimate you, good sir.
The dashing pirate's life, 'tis worthless, empty like a wasteland. I would compare thee to dirt, but even a sailor merchant could sell a bag worth more than you.
You'd better watch out for the accursed. He has very veiny hands.
He needs to drink more water with fluoride in it.
Keep your mangy bird away from my moth scrump.
By breaking her kazoo in half with your bird.
You stole my staff.
You look like Uncle Bat Touch.
Fairy magic is for everyone except the dashing pirate.
What do I gotta say to you? I want to tell you that he's a dirty cocksucker.
Well, I've heard that every deck you stand on turns into a poop deck.
Ah, it's true. I've got the loose bowels.
Bro's so dumb he can't even come up with reasons to hate himself.
That's good. You keep that bird around because it hides your own stench, or do you like smelling bird all the time too?
His mask has crabs.
Good one.
Alright, I've seen better from the likes of the beginning of SpongeBob than I've seen from you.
Oh, who has syphilis under the sea? The dashing pirate, absorbent and yellow and contagious is he.
The dashing pirate!
Listen here, crow fucker. Make like a raven and never more, alright?
You're worse than a racist. At least they commit to the blackface.